Your eyes do not deceive you. I am in an 80% plastered kitchen. There has been a lot of work that has went into this space, and I can't believe it's like coming to an end. Like in 3 days, the kitchen arrives. I mean, I say it's coming to an end. It'll be at least another few weeks before the kitchen is fitted, the floor's fitted. I still need to plasterboard the last remaining wall, but I need to get the window changed before I can do that. Yeah, still lots to be done, but I feel like I'm in a really good position that I wasn't sure I was ever going to reach. So it's a good feeling. It's a weird feeling, but it's good. Like, I genuinely can't believe I've made it, that this day is so very nearly here. What a weird feeling. Anyway, last time we were looking at the old, dingy, dark, mouldy, damp, mice-infested kitchen. So today I wanted to show you what structural work has been done to make this a much more functional space. Let's get into the structural changes that were made. From the offset, I knew that I wanted to open this space up and make it into a much more light, bright space with a line of sight through from the living room into the garden. Now, it's really not much to look at out there at the minute, as you can see, but it will be gorgeous. That tree needs to come down. I'm going to put a little fence up on top of that wall, but we're not here to talk about that today. So yes, I wanted a line of sight from the garden through to the living room, just to open the space up. This opening did not exist previously. This was a wall. There was no access from the kitchen directly into the dining room, living room area. The existing door into the kitchen was here. As most Victorian terraces are laid out, you know, you walk underneath the stairs almost along the hallway into the kitchen. So that was exactly the same here. The door was here, so you come in the front door and then you would walk down alongside the stairs and come in under here, which I'll show you. So stairs are here. This was also a single doorway. I've now opened it into a double doorway. This is the understairs space now. So the original door into the kitchen was here. This is how you access the kitchen. However, it felt like such a waste of space, and I knew that one of the first things that I wanted to do was block this space under the stairs and create either a shower room, a utility, a pantry, something more practical with this space. I hummed and hawed, went back and forth whether I have this wall blocked up and the door coming in from the kitchen into like a pantry, or if I do as I have done, block it up and have a shower room. I then settled on, I guess, the best of both, which is going to be a utility and a toilet. So I'll have my stacked washer dryer, a sink and a toilet. And I think that'll be a good use of space, but hopefully add lots of value to the house. So I will eventually build a door here. And then this opening was created. So this is now I believe it's 1.8, it's either 1.5 or 1.8 meter opening into the kitchen. And like, this is just going to be such a gorgeous view. Being able to sit in the living room, look down at the kitchen, and come in here. So you would have stepped into the kitchen here. There would have been units here. There was a unit in here, and then there also was the massive chimney breast, which came out to maybe about here. So you would step into the kitchen and then you would have to almost turn around to come out past the chimney breast. So I made the decision to completely remove this chimney stack, which is why there is a steel along here, because it's supporting the rest of the stack upstairs. This was not a fun job. This was a messy, dusty, intensive job, but I was so glad to see the back of it. It opened up the space so much. And you don't have to step around a huge chimney breast now. The original back door in the house was where these breeze blocks now are. So I had that blocked up, and I had these incredible French doors added in. Like, don't they look amazing? There was a little window just here, which meant even though this is south facing, like, you can see how much light is coming in here. And in the morning it starts off over here, and then as the day goes on it moves around. But with just that one little window there was no light coming into the kitchen, so this has brightened the space up so much. Like, can we take a minute for these? So the main structural changes were removing this wall between the kitchen and dining room and having steels added in there for support, blocking up the existing doorway into the kitchen, removing the chimney breast, which needed steels added in. There was also a weird wall that was sort of like, maybe started like here and came up and across, and then there was a nib on this side. I had that removed completely, which meant adding in this big RSJ2. The existing back door was bricked up and the window was removed, and these French doors added in their place. So now with this layout, where are my units going? So I'm going to have a tall boiler unit, a double tall unit here. I'm going to have a low unit with a dishwasher, a low unit for the sink, another low unit which is bin storage. I'm going to have a tall unit with a double oven and a tall unit with a fridge freezer. So that's all along that wall. Then it comes to here, the part that I'm very excited about, which is an island. So I'm going to have an island with drawers on either side and the hob in the middle. So it will be a venting induction hob. So when it came to actually doing the structural work, it started in January last year. Well, no, January last year was when I decided to remove the outbuilding, which was there. So it was there, which I had to remove it to put these doors in, because it would have came to about here. So I spent January last year removing that and just really finalising my plans, what I wanted to do. I did consult an architect, which probably definitely wasn't needed, but I think I was so overwhelmed, and you know, this is my first time doing anything like this, so I did consult an architect, got some plans drawn up. They then sent my drawings off to the structural engineers, who calculated the steels that I would need, and I then hired 2 of my neighbours who are builders to come in and do that structural work. So my neighbours, over the course of a number of months, a lot longer than what I had anticipated, what it should have been, over the course of a number of months, they removed the walls, installed the steels. So they bricked up this door, they removed this wall, installed those steels, they bricked up that, installed that steel, and installed my lovely doors too. So yes, my neighbours did the big structural changes, like knocking down the walls and inserting the steels, and everything else, the sort of changes like the knocking down the ceiling, removing the tiles, removing the chimney breast, plasterboarding the ceiling. I've done it all, which is insane. It is actually insane when you think about the work that I have done in this one room with no skills, like with no prior experience. Hopefully by the time my next video comes around, I will have an actual kitchen to show you. Can you believe it? A kitchen.